Man who played collegiately nearby in Athens for the Bulldogs, James Cook.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
So they accept the penalty, of course. And push the offense backwards a bit. Allen going to go to the air right away.
Forced out to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Allen.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
On play action, Allen. They'll roll him out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on first and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Again, it's Cook.
And Cook will get in for a Bills touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Bills get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. Leading them out is their 6'2" quarterback who was a 4th-round pick back in 2012, Kirk Cousins.
And one nice thing you can always say about Kirk Cousins is that he's consistent. Always puts up nice numbers each and every year. If there is a downside to his game, it's been the lack of playoff success. All in all, though, a formidable starting quarterback at a time in the league where it's tough to find your franchise guy.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Throwing is Cousins. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
That's Matt Milano firing in from his linebacker position.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Play action now. Cousins.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Up the middle, it's Cook. Fighting him off. Cook able to escape. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down. Here's Cook again. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 20-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. Another catch for Valdez-Scantling. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. Cook will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his... And Cook will get in for a Bills touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Bills lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Here's Cousins. Over the middle, caught by London. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So certainly a defensive mistake here in the first quarter, getting hit with a roughing the passer call.
And that hurts not just because of the yardage you gave up and give them a fresh set of downs, but that brought the home crowd into this one. And when you go on the road, your job is to silence the crowd, not energize them.
Cousins on first down. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
2nd and 10. Now Cousins. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Well, I'm just going to go ahead and say it, partner. There's no intent here because Von Miller, former NFL Man of the Year award winner, he likes to play the game the right way. But in this case, makes a mistake and gets in just a little bit too late, and that draws the penalty.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Throwing, Cousins. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
On third down, Cousins.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7 on.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Here's Allen on 1st and 10.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down. To the air, Allen. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28. Cook up the gut. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
43 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Again, it's Cook. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Cook will take this over the line. Touchdown, Buffalo. Well, this has all the makings of a landmark day running the football. He scored 3 times now. We haven't hit the quarter break.
You think back to Alvin Kamara, Christmas Day 2020, 6 touchdowns, which tied Ernie Nevers, the Hall of Famer. He's halfway there already. Some fancy footwork in the early going.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the 1st as they kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the 1st half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And this will be a Falcons 1st down as he gets it up past the 35. Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Cousins to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Cousins now.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Now, you don't want to see that penalty at any point, but it adds a little extra to it when it comes on third down.
It certainly does, because if this were a boxing match, they had him on the ropes there. Third down incompletion, fourth down upcoming. Instead, that mistake resets everything back to first down, which means they have to stay on the field longer to try and stop this drive.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Now Cousins.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons.
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook.
A little power on the move that time, but still tackled shy of the 20.
A.J. Terrell coming up to make the play. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And Cook has it left side. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down. Now Cook running right. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter.
21-0 our score after 1. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Flushed out right. Allen, nifty footwork. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Now Allen. Sliding out of the pocket.
And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Now Allen.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
Allen going to throw.
And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On the ground with a tight end. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
To throw, Cousins.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
They juked him.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he gets it down to the 32.
78 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
From the gun, it's Allen.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down. The kick by Bass is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start.
Everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This is 2nd and 8.
Here's Allen to throw it.
Quick slant to Valdes-Scantling.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain there of 21 yards. First down, here's the run with Cook. A little juke. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
James Cook
on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Bills are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call.
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose.
And he takes a pretty good lick there as he'll wind up getting about 3.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
And a dump off here to Robinson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory.
40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Cousins.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Being chased out left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards from Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Cook again.
Gets around him. 20, 10, and he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
James Cook.
48 yards.
And the Bills have got it on cruise control. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. A last series form, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
So the incomplete pass there, but the roughing the passer call bails them out.
Which means you have to stay on the field on defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention the free yardage after that mistake.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Now a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 41. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Play fake. Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so.
There he goes right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 70 yards. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Able to push his way through.
Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's Allen. His throw incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Buying time to his left. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews.
After review of the play, rules on the field stand.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Flush to his right. This is caught. Touchdown, Bills. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 26 yards.
And the Bills extend their lead yet again. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
201 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Allen now on first down. He'll dump this off to Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. To throw, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And it looks like the deep
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, he stays up, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
So roughing the passer there, a big mistake defensively.
Yeah, and even though you've got a quarterback out of the pocket and the rules change downfield, that doesn't mean the same rules don't apply with the QB. Anything more than one step, they're going to throw a flag on you every time.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. That's good for 28 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep... Talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays, doesn't matter what spot they start in, but when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
Third. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense